Good morning and welcome to the 2026 Arthur J. Prescott National Honor Society Tapping and Induction Ceremony. Please respectfully stand and join the current members in saying the pledge to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. We would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Andreas Johansson, for supporting us in this ceremony today and supporting all of the students of the Newton Falls schools. At this time, I would like to turn the podium over to our superintendent, Dr. Andreas Johansson, who would like to share a few words.
Good morning. Thank you to all of our parents and students and community members that are here today, staff members who have made such a contribution to our students' induction today. Appreciate that you are here. It's great to be here with you this morning, and this is really a special day for Newton Falls. Today is about recognizing a group of students who have worked hard, done things the right way, and earned something meaningful. To our inductees, congratulations. You should be proud of yourselves. To our families, thank you for the support, encouragement, and probably the occasional reminder to complete homework. And to our staff, thank you for the role that you've played in helping these students grow into the young men and women they are becoming. This morning matters, and I want to say this right from the start. This recognition is not just about being smart. It's not about grades, activities, or having a long list of accomplishments. It's really about something bigger. It's about what you do with what you have. We're living in a very interesting time. Information is everywhere. You can ask your phone almost anything. You can search for anything. And now with artificial intelligence, you can generate writing, ideas, images, plans, summaries, all kinds of things almost instantly. AI can take information that already exists and turn it into something useful, interesting, and sometimes, honestly, pretty impressive stuff. Also, occasionally, a little unsettling. But here's the point. AI can pull from what is already there. It can reorganize, it can reshape it, it can package something in a new way and make it look the way it didn't before. But the real power in this world still comes from people who can add something new. And that's where you come in. And this message is not only for our National Honor Society inductees, it's for all students in Newton Falls and all students in the rest of the world. As I worked through my dissertation last year and finished that at Kent State, something that took several years to accomplish, one thing became really clear to me. There is value in learning, there is value in studying, and there is value in knowing more. Of course there is. But the true power is contributing something, in creating something, in adding new knowledge, a new idea, a new solution, a new act of leadership, a new way of helping people. That is what moves the world forward. So the real question for all of you this morning is this: what are you going to do with what you know? Are you going to spend your life consuming information, scrolling, watching, reading, reacting, taking in what other people have built? Or are you going to become a producer? Are you going to create something? Are you going to lead something? Are you going to improve something? Are you going to help someone? Are you going to leave something behind that would have not otherwise existed if you weren't here? Because that's what really matters. And for today, I think there's an even more personal question for you to consider. What will be your legacy here in Newton Falls? When your time here is done, what will people remember? Yes, they may remember that you were in National Honor Society. They might remember that you were on the football team. They might remember that you were a strong student. They might remember that you were that student who needed a little extra help. But more than that, they will remember how you carried yourself. They will remember how you treated other people. They will remember whether you made this school and this community better as you were a part of it. That matters in a place like Newton Falls. This is a proud community. This is a place where people care deeply. This is a place where people work hard, show up for each other, and take pride in being tigers. Around here, people notice effort. They notice character. They notice when someone leads with humility and when somebody chooses to serve and just instead of standing out. And that's what makes this place extra special. So today, it's not just a celebration of what you've done, it's also a challenge for what comes next. Be more than accomplished. Be more than informed. Be more than successful. Be useful. Be thoughtful. Be courageous. Be kind. Be the kind of person who adds something good to this world. And maybe that contribution is huge. Maybe it changes a field. Maybe it changes a profession. Maybe it changes this school community. Or maybe it starts smaller than that. Maybe it's the way you encourage someone who is struggling. Maybe it's the way that you lead a team. Maybe it's the question you ask that nobody else thought to ask. Maybe it's the example that you set in our hallways every day. Or maybe it's the fact that you choose to build instead of criticize and to serve instead of just succeeding. That is legacy. So yes, enjoy this morning. You have earned this moment, but don't let this just be something that you receive. Let it be something you live up to. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep working hard. Most of all, keep contributing. Make your life about more than what you can get. Make it about what you can give, and make it about what you can add to the world around it. And while you're at it, make Newton Falls proud. Congratulations to all of our National Honor Society inductees and all of the other students being recognized this morning. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we are excited to see what you do next. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce our high school principal, Ms. Melissa Malone, who would like to share a few words.
Good morning, students, families, teachers, and any honored guests that are in our presence as well. It's a privilege to stand before you, new to this role and principal at Newton Falls Junior High School, to take part in one of the most meaningful traditions in a school community, the induction of new members into the National Honor Society. I want to acknowledge the dedication that our sponsor, Mrs. Donnelly, provides, ensuring that this chapter maintains the highest standards and integrity, and to acknowledge the depth of support she provides to the members. The current members, thank you for your time and for your leadership. The National Honor Society recognizes students who have demonstrated excellence in 4 important pillars: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These pillars are more than words on a banner or requirements for membership. They represent a commitment to becoming the kind of people who make a difference in their communities. Today we celebrate the students who have worked hard in the classroom, who have shown integrity in their actions, who lead by example, and who give their time and energy to help others. Your induction into the National Honor Society is not only a recognition of what you've already achieved, but also a challenge of what lies ahead. As members of the National Honor Society, you carry both honor and responsibility. Your classmates look to you as role models, your teachers trust you to uphold the values of our school, and your community depends on young people like you who are willing to step forward, serve others, and lead with character. What makes this honor especially meaningful is that it is not based on a single test score, a single performance, or a single accomplishment. Instead, it reflects the consistent choices you make every day. Choices to work hard, to treat others with respect, to stand up for what is right, and to contribute positively to the world around you. To our new inductees, be proud of what you have achieved, but also remember that this is just the beginning. Use your talents not only for personal success, but to lift others up. And never underestimate the impact your actions can have. Lead with humility. To the families and teachers here who could not have made it happen without you, we thank you for your guidance, encouragement, and support that you've given to all the students throughout their lifetime, and I'm sure it will continue. Their achievements are a reflection of the strong community that we have here and all those that surround them. Students, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. I look forward to seeing the ways that you will continue to contribute, grow, lead, most importantly, serve our school and the community around you. Welcome to the National Honor Society. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce our National Honor Society advisor, Mrs. Mary Ann Donnelly, for this year's advisor's remarks.
Good morning to the staff, students, and guests, as well as our future members of the National Honor Society. It is my honor and pleasure to be here today as we recognize students who embody the National Honor Society pillars of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. To begin, I would like to tell you a little bit about the National Honor Society. Well, maybe a hair more than a little. The National Honor Society was founded March 1st of 1921. Our Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society was chartered as the Newton Falls chapter of the National Honor Society on April 10th of 1957 as charter number 6510. It began with 8 founding members. Our chapter's name was changed in 1969 to the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society after the co-founder of the chapter. He was not just the founder. He held many positions here in our district. He was an English teacher, our first guidance counselor, acting superintendent here in Newton Falls during 1966-1967 school year. He advised the yearbook and the Varsity N Club, a club meant for athletes who lettered in Newton Falls. He was an assistant football coach, and he was the author of our school's alma mater, which made the appearance in 1953. Being such an integral part of our school system, when he died at the young age of 49 in 1968, it was decided that there would be no better way to honor him than to change the name of our chapter to his. Each year, I ask our members to work hard to uphold not only the standards of the National Honor Society, but to uphold Mr. Prescott's as well, and to do as much for our school and community as he did. This morning, we will be formally recognizing those students who have been selected by our chapter's faculty council to be members of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society. Today, we will induct 11 new members. Those who will be called to membership in the National Honor Society have chosen to consistently exceed what has been expected of them. They are extremely hard workers. They care about their education and their fellow man. They truly care about making any project that they are a part of a success, and always do what is needed, whether it's because they recognize a need or they're stepping in to help someone else. They all realize, as Jay Bylis said, hard work is not a punishment. Hard work is the price of admission for the opportunity to reach sustained excellence. And as Maya Angelou said, nothing works if you don't. These students have chosen to make their education a priority, not solely because it was a requirement, but because they truly wanted to learn. They did not rely on Google or AI to do their work for them. They realized that education is not just access to information. It also entails critical thinking, problem solving, analyzing the information, and acquisition of skills, which are all elements essential for success in life, far beyond just knowing where to find answers. They worked hard becoming well-rounded, cultured, and enlightened individuals because they know how valuable knowledge is, and that once you obtain it, no one can ever take it away from you. They want to better themselves. Coming here daily was not something they had to do. They wanted to, because they knew that our staff had valuable nuggets of knowledge and life experiences that they could learn from. The members we are about to induct have also demonstrated how to properly lead. They know you don't need to be a class or club officer to show positive leadership and empower others around them. The members we are going to induct today are always trying to inspire others to be or do better. They know everything relates to character. They know that having good character is doing what is right no matter who is watching. They also have made strides to redirect and refine their behaviors when necessary to continually improve their character. They have not backpedaled or stayed stagnant. They continue to work to become valued members of their community. They're individuals who can be trusted to represent Newton Falls and the National Honor Society in a positive light. They know that it takes quite a bit to build a good reputation, but only 5 minutes or even one statement to ruin it. These future members will make sure that their reputation, the reputation of our chapter, and our school's reputation is always favorable. As Chris Bansu said, character is the most important trait that we should look for in others. If a person does not have good character, nothing else matters. Those who are accepted as members of the National Honor Society also show a commitment to their community. Over the course of the next year, these inductees will engage in multiple service activities that will demonstrate that they are invested in their community and its success. We wish to instill the idea of making a positive difference in our local community that will last a lifetime, and we encourage our members to continue to help their communities whenever possible for the remainder of their days. We have all heard the adage that it takes a community to raise a child. Well, these students, they know that they must also give back when they can pay it forward. They have demonstrated that they've already begun to make that commitment. Once inducted, all members are charged with the responsibility to uphold the pledge that they make today and continue to enhance the qualities that earned them the honor of being inducted into the National Honor Society. Each of these students, like those before them, will need to continue to improve upon the qualities, our pillars, of the National Honor Society of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. They will each strive to be better tomorrow than they are today, a credo that we all should follow, and one that Mrs. Malone has also been asking us to consider each day this year. As for our current membership, they were small but mighty. As you can see, we have but 5 current members. I have to say, I'm very proud of what they have been able to accomplish with their small number of members. It has been by far the most challenging year that we've had in a while due to our limited numbers, but still having that desire to continue our initiatives. Sometimes I wondered if we were going to be able to pull off our undertakings with so few members and busy schedules. Would we have enough members to fulfill the needs? But they did. Members had to truly work hard to balance their schedules, yet provide the necessary commitment to be an active member of the National Honor Society. We are not a membership in name only. We are those in our school who can be looked to when there's a need, and we have to follow through. Over the years, both school and local community has grown to count on us when assistance is needed as volunteers and being active members of our community at large. These members, who have many other commitments from athletics to theater, even jobs, they still made time to make clear that our chapter's initiatives should be a priority. As always, the main focus of this year's National Honor Society has been to work together as a group on 2 of the National Honor Society pillars, service and scholarship, while the members individually continue to hone their personal skill set of character and leadership. Here at our school's campus, our members have been providing varied service activities. They help out at open house, have been student aides for staff, created bulletin board displays for administration. They've happily assisted other organizations when they needed assistance as well, like the induction ceremony for the Athletic Hall of Fame, which, by the way, I have to point out, were some of my former students that were being inducted. That kind of makes me an old teacher. And the track program for their home meets, among others. They helped as tourniquet trained teen chaperones for the big hike this year with Dr. Johansson, who had personally provided their tourniquet training. Our members have helped with various activities at our elementary school building when they have needed assistance with some of their programs, like their spring field day and various holiday programs. Help was even provided with kindergarten screenings and award assemblies. Some of our members just last week volunteered as camp counselors for their Camp Fitch trip and visited the elementary building where they read to our young tiger cubs, as our chapter annually does. In addition to requests from the community that we address as a group and individual community projects, members participated in their own. We also serve the community by providing activities for the family to do together and use the proceeds to go towards our philanthropy. This year, we again held our North Pole Elf Party, where elves visited Newton Falls for one magical night. Our children, their families, they all experienced the spirit of the holiday season together while they made stuffed animals and crafts with our very own North Pole visitors, the National Honor Society elves. This year, with such a small group of elves and the 88 children and their families that signed up for the event, we were the ones needing a little help from our friends. We thank all of those who came to our need and helped us when we needed it. We could not have made the evening as magical without you, including my husband, I think he's back that way, the cranky DJ elf. Our National Honor Society used to host a free Easter egg hunt in the spring, but have moved away from that to help with the town Easter egg hunt now for the past several years. We have, of course, helped them again this past spring with these members joining just a few days after becoming members. They spent hours helping to stuff eggs, set the eggs for each egg group of the hunt, donned the bunny ears and embodied the spirit of the Easter Bunny himself, and did holiday crafts and read to children when they were not the age group that was hunting for eggs. Now that I think of it, most of the time we wear many hats in life and as members of the National Honor Society. But we also don many ears now, don't we? Elf ears, bunny ears. We do this listening and helping our fellow students. In any case, we're looking forward to providing that same help again this next month with help from the new members who will join the ranks today. We again participated in the elementary building's trunk or treat event, and our members continue to offer their free babysitting services during both parent-teacher conferences in December, and once again held our free babysitting for holiday babysitting time so that families could finish some of their holiday shopping or wrapping. Together, we have also worked on The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier Never Forget Garden, in remembrance of our veterans and former Tigers who have pledged their lives to protect our country and our freedoms. We prepped it for the season last spring, and then each of the members scheduled multiple weeks between the spring and November to provide care for it, even over their summer break. Weeding it, watering it, etc., so that we could keep it worthy of our veterans and their sacrifices, and provide a place for our extended Tiger family to sit, reflect, and enjoy our freedoms. We will begin the spring cleanup and redecorating of this Remembrance Garden again soon, and we look forward to our new members joining us and taking it over. Jackie Kennedy said, "If we don't care about our past, we can't have very much hope for our future." The efforts of our membership with our Never Forget Remembrance Garden continues to be one way that we show that we care about our past and the people who made what we have today possible. The garden is going into its 5th season, and I would like to also take a moment to mention one of our past members who worked with me to select the garden's location, broke ground by digging the first shovels of dirt. This year, she has graduated from West Point, and we wish her a safe and successful career in her service to our community and country. In addition to these group activities on campus, the members have also been working on individual service projects. Each year, members are charged to provide at least 30 hours of personal community service to locations and groups of their interest. Some of the services provided this year include participation in the Kiwanis Club's backpack program, assisting with flag removal from cemeteries, and helping with the cakewalk. Members helped the American Legion provide flags for their flag retirement ceremony and assisted many other town events like the community tree lighting for the holidays, autumn and the falls, various library events, and several church events. They helped out at shelters and food pantries. They were bell ringers for the Salvation Army and were leadership interns for Camp Invention. They participated in the Help Abilities Unite Walk and Roll event and their Winter Wonderland event. We even had members that created reading and math programs to help our elementary school with their academics. A few years ago, I mentioned that our membership had logged 534 hours of individual community service and how exciting it was to have so many, but also it was so amazing that the number was the road that our school was on, Route 534. This year, I never thought that we would come even close to that number with just 5 members. However, I can report that we are almost there. As of yesterday, our number of individual service hours for our members was 498 hours. Please note that this number represents only the number of individual service hours, 498. This does not include our contributed ones that we do as the National Honor Society with our sponsored events, and this is just from 5 members. Please help me congratulate them on this accomplishment. I find it pretty impressive. 5 people, almost 500 hours. For our scholarship focus, the National Honor Society provides the student body with information about the prevention of school violence and social isolation through Sandy Hook Promises programs of Start with Hello Week and Say Something Week, the latter which we participated in all last week. We also provided information to the student body for drug abuse prevention with the National Family Partnership's Red Ribbon Week campaign. With all of these services in mind, I just want to mention that although these members provided all of this service, they still did not lose focus on their personal academics, activities, and athletics. They continued to grow academically and become more well-rounded individuals. At this time, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of our new members who will be inducted today into the membership of the National Honor Society. I look forward to working with you and seeing you grow in the upcoming months and year to come. Thomas Edison once said, "I start here where the last man left off." I once again challenge you to continue the positive legacy of our National Honor Society chapter. To our current members who will be graduating soon, as always, I challenge you to continue to be pillars in your community. Never allow yourself to stop learning or providing for your fellow man. We all hear the saying, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. But I'm standing here as a testament to that statement, saying and telling you from my heart, you can. You have very many varied talents. Make sure that you do not waste any of them. Mother Teresa said, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water and create many ripples." So as always, continue to work towards your dreams. With positive attitude and great effort, you certainly will be successful. But don't forget to serve others along the way. Make as many ripples as you can to help change the world and make it a better place. To conclude, I would like to share a few words to both our current membership and those of you who will be joining us shortly, that Mr. Prescott offered to the senior class of 1967. May I offer to you my personal congratulations, and I may wish for each of you a future that is filled with happiness, health, achievement, and service to our fellow man. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recall our president, Ellie Fobb, back to the podium to begin the formal installation of our new members.
This morning, the membership of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of National Honor Society will be inducting its new members. The candle burning before us is a symbol of our emblem, a burning torch superimposed upon a keystone supported at the base by the letters CSLS, representing the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Our 4 additional officers will review these pillars and the qualities of the candidates. The first pillar we'll be hearing of today, scholarship, will be explained by our Vice President, Madeline Knight.
Scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand the world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
The second pillar, leadership, will be explained by our secretary, Raina Noel.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice. The willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantial charge to each of our members.
The third pillar, service, will be explained by our treasurer, Madison Davis.
Service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our times and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
The fourth pillar, character, will be explained by our parliamentarian, Whitney Beckman.
Character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our personality, and our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem with character is the problem of self-control. We must in reality be what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, reliability, honesty, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, sincerity, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, we will now begin the tapping ceremony. As your name is called, please stand, walk to the front of the stage, and meet a National Honor Society member. Proceed to the stage for congratulations, to sign the official chapter membership registry, and receive your certificate, pin, and membership card. National Honor Society calls Danica Kierson. National Honor Society calls Noah Lane. National Honor Society calls Aaliyah Slavinsky. National Honor Society calls Connor Dunlap. National Honor Society calls Mia DeCesar. National Honor Society calls Peyton Starkey. National Honor Society calls Ryan Davis. National Honor Society calls Peyton Estes. National Honor Society calls Kylie Lance. National Honor Society calls Leland Vargo. National Honor Society calls Lauren Jones. You have heard the pillars of our principles explained to you and are now ready to take the pledge. Please stand, current and new inductee members, and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations, you are now members of the Arthur J. Prescott chapter of the National Honor Society. Please be seated. At this time, I'm going to turn the stage over to our history teacher, Mr. Brian Bogus, and the representatives from the American Legion for the Buckeye Boys and Girls State delegate presentations and Americanism test results. Mr. Bogus.
Congratulations to our new members. I'm just sitting here thinking how much we could do for our community if the 11 of you showed the same amount of effort and diligence and dedication that these 5 have. So I look forward to seeing what you can do for each other and for our school and our community. Each year I come back, we all come back from our summer with the excitement of a new year. Each year I come back and I get to hear excited students telling me about their experiences at Buckeye Boys and Girls State. I expect next year will be no different. Buckeye Boys State and Buckeye Girls State are prestigious week-long summer leadership programs in Ohio that teach high school students about government, citizenship, and public service. At Buckeye Boys State, sponsored by the American Legion, rising high school seniors participate in hands-on simulation of state and local government. Students form cities, run for political office, campaign, vote, pass legislation, while learning about how government works in practice. Buckeye Girls State, sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary, offers similar experience for young women. Participants build and operate a mock government, hold elections, debate issues, and develop leadership skills while gaining a deeper understanding of civic responsibility. Both programs are highly competitive and are considered significant honors for students interested in leadership, public service, civic engagement. Participants often leave with a stronger understanding of democratic institutions, teamwork, and community involvement. We in Newton Falls, in the Newton Falls community, are very blessed to have American Legion Post 236. In most communities across the state, there are 2 lucky students who competitively are selected to have this terrific experience. In Newton Falls, we send much more annually, which is spectacular. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Donna Ball and Mr. Bob Wujik from American Legion Post 236.
Good morning. Your 2026 Buckeye Boys State delegates this year: Ryan Davis, Connor Dunlap, Brady Lampman, Noah Lane, and Georgie Phillips. Your 2026 Buckeye Girls State delegates: Chloe Crooks, Mia DeCesar, Kara Heckathorn, Kira Howard, Aaliyah Slavinsky, Peyton Starkey, and Autumn Williman. Your 2026 Americanism Test Award winners, they also get a check for $75 from us as a congratulations award. For 12th grade, Isaac Hoy, and Allie Cribley. For 11th grade, Jacob Zimmerman, and we had a tie for the girls, Jaden Johnson and Peyton Estes. For 10th grade, we only had a girl this year, Peyton Evans.
Mrs. Donnelly would like me to explain what the Americanism Test is. And also, I think we definitely need to give another round of applause to the American Legion and their immense generosity in this community. So, our veterans organizations are an absolute asset of the Newton Falls community, and I think that everybody understands that and knows that, so thank you. Just so we understand, the American Legion Americanism Test is an educational program sponsored by the American Legion that provides knowledge in American history, government, civics responsibility among students. The test typically includes multiple choice and written questions about topics such as the American Constitution, Bill of Rights, important historical events, and the rights and duties of American citizens. It is offered to students at different grade levels and often begins at the local post level, with top performers advancing to district and state competitions. The program encourages patriotism, civic understanding, appreciation for the principles and values that shape the United States students, and perform well may receive award certificates, scholarships. Annually, our American Legion Post comes in and celebrates those students who take that test and perform highly. I think we should definitely realize that democracy takes work, democracy takes knowledge, and the American Legion supports our students, and hopefully our students will support that democracy. So thank you.
Thank you all for attending our National Honor Society induction ceremony and the presentation of the Buckeye Boys and Girls State Delegates, as well as the Americanism Test Awards. In just a moment, the National Honor Society members will recess. New inductees should follow the old members out in the recession when Ms. Donnelly gets to your row. But before doing so, please join me once again in applauding all of our new Honor Society members, Boys and Girls State Delegates, and Americanism Test awardees. Thank you. After the members of the National Honor Society recess, we invite all family members to exit to the Commons and proceed to the Tiger Learning Lab, the old library. We ask that the student body then sit down and remain until you are released. Will everyone now please stand as our officers extinguish the pillar candles and the members of the National Honor Society recess.